It's a beautiful morning out. It really is. It's a little bit foggy. The sky was really pretty. Have made it down to the sheep barn, so we are getting close to some lambs, which is very exciting. I love lambing time and I love having little lambs. Alright everybody, so I wanted to come on here and share with you guys some sad news. It's not as fun to tell you guys about the sad news as it is to share with you the new planter that we got, like I did in the last video. But try to be real with you guys and share everything that happens on the farm, the good and the bad. Not everything always goes the way we want it to on the farm. Sometimes it can be hard and it can be sad, and when you have livestock, yeah, you never know what can happen, and it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. So I'll walk you guys back through what happened. So this might be a little bit more talking in this video, which I hope you guys don't mind, but I need to explain this to you guys, and I don't know how else I'm supposed to do it other than talking. So if you guys don't mind a little bit of extra talking, but basically it was the Sunday before Christmas, I think. So it was before we had that spell of brutally cold weather come in. And we knew a blizzard was coming, and it was the Sunday before Christmas, I think, is when this happened. So we went over there Sunday morning to do chores, and I noticed that Belinda, our cow with horns, you've seen her in some videos, she was laying in the corner of the cow lot, not getting up. She was way off from all the other cows, which was really odd, I thought. So I walked over there to her. You know, she wasn't a huge fan of me. She was kind of ornery. I have voiced that in several videos in the past. So I walked over there to her, and usually she would get up. Well, she didn't get up. And so I got in there and tried to encourage her to get up. And she tried, and she couldn't stand up. Like, her back legs would not get under her at all. Her back legs just wouldn't work, is what it looked like. So she was laying over there. She seemed to be okay, like she wasn't getting obviously worse. So we left her there for a little bit. We went to church. When we got back from church, we immediately went over there and started taking care of her. So we got her a bunch of bedding in there. We got her grain, hay, water, you know, really gave her plenty. So there's a little bit that I need to explain here. She had not been bred. She couldn't be bred, I guess, because she had kept coming back into heat. So that means she hadn't been bred, and we probably would have had to sell her. Anyways, we were going to have to sell her because she eats a lot of hay, and we can't have a big animal like that staying on the farm, eating a lot of hay and not adding anything back to the farm, not having a calf. So we were going to have to sell her. She had been in heat a couple days before she went down. A down cow is not good. We gave her plenty of food, water, and bedding. Gave her grain and hay. She was in good shape out there. We wanted to keep her warm. So she stayed like that for a few days, keeping her plenty of food and water, and just really nursing her and trying to make her as comfortable as possible. So then it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, that the next day we had a blizzard coming in. We had a bunch of snow. At the time, they were calling for about 14 inches of snow, 40 below, wind chill, 50-mile-per-hour winds. It was going to be bad. So we couldn't leave her out there in the lot. Up until that point, she had been kind of staying the same. Like, she hadn't been getting better, but she hadn't been getting worse. But that day, she did seem to be getting worse. She seemed like she had given up. She wasn't even trying to stand up anymore. She had her head down. She just was not looking as good. She was looking worse. So, having a blizzard coming in, she didn't look like she would ever recover and be able to stand up again, and we couldn't leave her out there in the blizzard. We couldn't get her to the barn, and we were not gonna leave her out there and make her suffer through the blizzard. She would have died in that blizzard. You guys saw the videos from it. It was brutal. She would have died in that blizzard. It just would have been suffering a lot longer before she died. We decided to put her down, which is never fun. It is never fun to lose an animal. We do care for our animals a lot, and we do our best to take care of them, so it is always hard to lose an animal. But in this case, it was the humane thing to do for her. We couldn't just let her continue to suffer. So we did put her down, which was very sad. But after we put her down, we decided to process her for meat. She is a dairy cow, so we knew she wasn't going to have as much meat, and she hasn't been raised for meat, so it might not be as good. But we decided to process her for meat because we didn't want to waste that meat. The ground was too frozen already to bury her, so we decided to process her for meat, and we did that ourselves. When we opened her up, we saw that her hip was broken, and it looked like she had some problems inside her digestive system, and her hip was broken, so that's why she couldn't stand up, and she wasn't going to recover from that. We think that since she was in heat, maybe the bowl did something and she just couldn't handle it, and that might have caused her to get a broken hip. We don't know for sure, but that's the best that we can figure out. So that is what happened with Belinda. I wanted to share that with you. It is not enjoyable, but it's part of farm life, so I wanted to share that with you and just give you guys an update on that. That is gonna be about it for this video. I know it's more talking than usual. I'm sorry about that. I know talking might not be as enjoyable, but I needed to explain this and fill you guys in on what happened. So I hope you guys don't mind a little bit of a shorter video with some talking, but that's just kind of what I have for today. So stay tuned for the next video. Should be a little bit of a happier video than this one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.